Baba began a pilgrimage, a spiritual journey around India when he was 15 years old. This pilgrimage lasted for 25 years. His physical pilgrimage of traveling through India, visiting sacred places and holy masters, finished after he met his own guru, Bhagawan Nityananda.
बाबा जी का एक बहुत विचित्र दशा था, सतत ऐसा याद और एक अंतर्मुखी जैसा व्यस्त रहेगा, वो अंतरिच रहेगा। जब होश में आते वक्त और बोलते वक्त बड़े खुशी में आने से बहुत हंसेगा, बहुत हंसेगा, ऐसा हंसेगा। और एक सच्चा पूर्ण फकीर था, कोई अपेक्षा नहीं, कोई न कोई ऐसा नहीं, कोई वो ना ऐसा भी नहीं, न किसी से रुचि है, न कोई में अप्रियता उसको। अच्छा गुरु में एक बहुत बढ़िया अच्छा गुरु था।
Perhaps Baba would tell us that upon meeting Bhagawan, his inner pilgrimage began in earnest.
फिर कई जन्मों में समझ नहीं गई, फिर उसका संगति कई जन्मों में मिलेगा। और इंटेंस का प्रेम था, आता दुख प्रेम। बहुत बड़ा गई।
After Baba reached the highest spiritual goal of always resting, firmly established in the divine within, he started to share the precious gift of knowledge of the self, not only in India, but in many countries throughout the world.
Swami Muktananji.
In the 70s, he became one of the first and foremost teachers who brought the ancient teachings of meditation and yoga to the West.
आईना है, ये नक्शा सत्य है, ये सिद्धों का सिद्धांत है, उपनिषद का शासन है, आत्मा का अपना बोल है, समझ। फिर से एक बार सबके बड़े सम्मान के साथ प्रेम से अधिक स्वागत।
Baba's teachings could be expressed in 3 simple phrases.
ये आपको द्याओ,
meditate on yourself,
आपको सम्मान करो,
honor yourself,
और आप में जो प्रकट छुपे हुआ परमात्मा को प्रकट करके देखो,
because God dwells within you as you. Baba did not only teach us to seek and know the presence of the self within us and in everything, but his spiritual presence and power were such that he was able to give many people a taste of that experience. Many people said that with him they experienced bliss, They connected to a great peace within and felt the highest understanding, an understanding by which everything else is understood. Baba would often ask, "Where are you going?" To ask ourselves this question and look for the answers is the purpose of all human life. The function of the Guru is to lead us from the darkness of ignorance, from the small experience of what we think we are, to the light, the brilliance of our true nature. In order to continue spreading his teachings, Baba named 2 successors. One of them is Swami Nityananda.
मेरे आगे का वारस इसको नेम ले आ जाऊं.
Often people share, as Steve did, what it was like to be with Baba. And I think the only thing everybody always talks about is the love, the capacity in Baba to share that love. The sages often use the example of the sun, and we're here now in winter, so we can appreciate this analogy that you can either sit inside a room and complain that it's cold, or you can step out and bask in the warmth of the sun. The sun neither rejoices at those who come and bask in its warmth, nor is it prejudiced against those who stay inside and choose to stay away from its warmth. The sage is like the sun. He shares the warmth of his knowledge, of his understanding of that divinity that dwells within us. And whether we choose to bask in that divinity, in that knowledge, that freedom, that choice lies in our hands. Very often people say, I am not so sure if I can understand, if I can know, if I can experience that which the scriptures, the sages talk about. What is divinity, what is consciousness, what is Atman, or the self. But like with everything in life, as we make an effort to move forward, to come out of the door, when we think of the house really is thought concepts of our mind. We can live within the limitations of our own mind, or we can choose to come out of it and see the world with a different perspective. Baba Muktananji always said, we must simply turn the way our mind thinks and realize God dwells within you as you.
Gurudev teaches us in a practical way, a way that allows us to experience what Baba taught. He is a man who asks us to have our feet on earth and our heart in the sky, to live in the balance between the inner and outer pilgrimage. Gurudev Swami Nityananda will organize a first world tour in honor of his guru, just as Baba did in the 1970s. We will honor him by doing what he taught us to do. Celebrate satsang, or the company of truth, together, and do the spiritual practices he gave to us. This tour will be open to everyone. Traveling through many different continents, Africa, Australia, Europe, North and South America, and Asia. This pilgrimage will travel around the world, not only to many different cities and continents, but also to many internal sacred places. In the Sanskrit language, the word yatra means pilgrimage. This journey will indeed be a yatra, an offering to the divine in honor of Guru Baba Muktananda.